Hi everyone, my name is Fabiana and today I want to show you how to set up the Addi Egg, how to make an Icord with your Addi Egg. So the setup, this is the box that it came in. It had the legs, the 4 legs that you just clip inside these little holes here. They kind of have a really little rubbery thing here so it doesn't move while you're using it on a table. Okay, it has the crank here, and inside the crank you can put this little handle so you can crank easier. It has a needle, it has the egg weight. It looks like an egg, and that's why I think the name of it. So, and this is the lid as well. Okay, so this an Icord maker is gonna make Icords with 6 needles. Okay, the Icords are gonna be thicker than the normal Icords, so be aware that if you wanna use this for signs or that signs made out of wire, it is a little too thick. You probably need a tulip or a prim Icord maker or Icord machines in that situation, okay? Because what I want to make with this is jumbo yarn for a few projects that I'm thinking about. That's why I chose this Icord machine, okay? With this Icord, what you can use this Icord for talking about projects. You probably can use for finger knitting projects as jumbo yarn. You can use this for jewelry. That's something I'm thinking to show you guys in the future, what type of jewelry and bracelets and other things you can make. Today I'm gonna show you how to use this with a DK yarn. Okay, I tried a few yarns with this, and the velvet yarn worked fine, cotton yarn worked good too. So you can make cotton laces for summer projects as well. And the DK yarn worked. It is a little chunky for this, but it worked as well, and that's the one I'm working with today. And so there's a lot of yarn options once you learn how to use it properly, and that's what I'm gonna show you now. So depending of the yarn you are gonna be using, it's gonna be easier to just put the yarn through this little hole here. And sometimes you gotta do this, just to put the yarn in this way, okay? Or depending, like if you're using velvet yarn or something like that, you can put through a darning needle or a tapestry needle and just pull it through. And just pull it through this way, okay? Now after that, you can already make just a little knot at the end. The way you do it is just make a little knot and pull it through like a crochet knot, and then put it in. So you can put the weight straight away there, okay? Before you put the weight, we're gonna cast on these stitches. I like to cast on without this handle to start with. And then you're gonna go in front of the first bag. You're gonna pull up a loop like this. And then you're gonna do it like you do on your knitting machine, normal knitting machine. Behind, and then in front, and then behind, and then in front, and then behind. And this is how you cast on, okay? Now I like to make a few rows before I put the egg. So I'm going to make 1 or 2 rows, at least the first row, okay? And you actually have to make the tension with your hands, which actually makes it a little harder because I found it's a little hard to control the tension with my hands and make it work right, at least for this type of yarn here that I'm using right now. Okay, and then I'm gonna pull it once it gets to that first needle again. And then start the second row. See, it's a little too tight. As you can see, it's a little hard to make, which means that my tension, it's a little too tight, okay? It's probably the best to just use your finger and very light tension. Or I just use it like this, I hold like this so I can hold the machine as well. It's not a very easy machine to work out tension. So it's kind of has to be like loose on your hands. Okay, now you can put the egg now. Pull it a bit and then we can put the egg here. And then I like to work like on the edge of a table or something like that. So the egg can actually make itself work by making weight on the bottom of this machine, okay? So then you can put the handle as well if you want. After a few rows, some people make it standing up, and then you can actually put the cover, the lid as well, see? So this happens, you have to put the stitch down. So that's how you use the Addi Egg, okay? Every now and then just pull it. And then it's gonna work itself out like it's doing now after a few rows, okay? So a few issues that can happen. Sometimes these little dents here, they can split the yarn. And then what you have to do is just pull the yarn up until it's out of that little dents, and then put it back down on the peg before the stitch gets made. Otherwise you're gonna have a tucked stitch, okay? And what can happen as well is the yarn won't come down all the way to the bottom, and so if you see that, you have to pull the yarn down, making sure that the ends are not gonna split the yarn like it did before, okay? So these are a few things that can happen. While you go, you have to untwist this cord here that's gonna come out twisted. Okay, now to remove this, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the yarn and then take it out of the machine first. You can then put the darning needle that came with it inside here. And then you're gonna make a round without the yarn. Okay, so as soon as that needle releases the yarn, you can just go straight on the very next one and put the needle through it. Okay, and then you can remove the handle for this part. On the second one, once it's out, just put the darning needle through. Making sure this last one, sometimes a bit tricky, has to come out of the hook here, and then you can do this and finish the last 2 stitches this way, and then just cinch it and pull it up. So this is your Icord made on the Addi Egg, and this is how you use the Addi Egg machine. So leave me a like if you enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you made something with your Addi Egg. I have a few projects that I'm making that I'm thinking of using this Icord that the Addi Egg makes. Okay, and I'm gonna link down on the description below for you guys to have a look at these tutorials that I'm making. Okay, you can also go on my Knitting Machine Patterns website and check it out there. I always write articles and everything about Addi machines and central knitting machines. And thank you for watching, guys. I see you on my next tutorial.